Okay, well, the customer did approve the estimate for the LED upgrade. So I have ordered and received a complete LED upgrade kit from, I believe it was Vintage Electronics in Wallensburg, Colorado. I got this on Amazon. Comes with all the individual LEDs for the AM/FM, auxiliary tape, phono indicators, the 8-volt LED strips, as well as the single one that's on the leads for the tuner pointer. And then in this bag are two, you can kind of see them in there, two LEDs for the stereo indicator. So let's go ahead and strip this thing down. We'll have to probably unstring the dial cord. So I'm going to show you a couple tricks that I use to keep this in perfect alignment while I'm doing this. So just go ahead and remove the single screw, which is just basically a cover to keep these leads from contacting the tuner dial right there. Get that up and out of the way. And I'm going to take a zip tie and I'm going to zip it around these leads right here for the dial cord, and hopefully it's going to be tight enough. We'll cut this off afterwards. If you're going to do this LED upgrade, go ahead and take pictures of everything, different views from different angles, so that if something comes unstrung, you can get it back in the same exact orientation. So I need to go ahead and remove the tuning drum from the tuning capacitor. And these are Loctited in, so you got to be very careful that you don't strip out the heads of the screws right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and move the pointer up and out of the way, and hopefully it won't actually get in my way. It's kind of right there in the center, but let's go ahead and try to remove this off the shaft. Maybe I'll leave the pointer on for a moment. So I've got a piece of black tape, and I'm going to go ahead and tape this down so that way it doesn't become unstrung while I'm doing this. Then I can go ahead and peel this off out of the way. Now I can move this back. And I've got full access to the LEDs, or to the incandescent lights, I should say, because I'm going to have to remove this top strap completely out of the way, and then I'll have to remove this complete bracket right here, because there's no way I can get those two screws out to get the stereo indicators out of here, which live right back here. Well, let's just see if there is a way, because I don't want to have to pull the whole front panel off to get into this thing. Ugh. Yep, I can get one out, that's for sure. Now if I just don't drop it, that will be the question. Okay, so I can definitely go ahead and get to the stereo indicator incandescents and replace those with the LEDs, not a problem. And now I have access to the tuning meter incandescent fuse lamp that I can replace with an LED. Now I believe the LEDs in this kit are bidirectional, which means they have a small bridge rectifier built into them, so they don't need to be polarized in any specific way. But I'll go ahead and test those just to make sure. Okay, so I have one of the LEDs right here for the stereo indicator. It is labeled 6 volts. And I do have my power supply set to 6 volts with a 7 milliamp current limit. And so it does light in that direction, no problem. So I'll go ahead and reverse the leads. And it does light in that direction as well. So that means that these LEDs will accept positive or negative voltage on either lead and still light sufficiently. So we'll go ahead and try to desolder these things, and hopefully they don't try to fall in, which they might. And that one did fall, so we'll have to pull the bottom off of the unit to get that one out. All right, well, all the LEDs have been replaced. The dial cord is restrung. I'm not sure that it's keyed correctly on the tuning capacitor because it goes way too far on the left-hand side. It actually falls off and then it catches. So I'm probably going to have to loosen the screws up, find a station, and make sure that the dial pointer is aligned correctly with it. But we need to go ahead and pop the cover back on this, on the RF-IF stage. And we need to splice these wires together as well, where the old incandescent dial pointer lamp was installed. So it looks like I have enough lead to go ahead and splice this just after they junctioned it right here. So we'll go ahead and take this sheath off the existing lamp and we'll go ahead and splice it right in here, and I think we'll be just fine. All right, well, there it is, up and playing. Stereo's working great. It's working absolutely perfectly. All the controls and switches have been cleaned. Let's get a non-copyright signal into it. It sounds great. Everything's working. There's no static on anything. Mono's working, everything's perfect. That's why the stereo indicator was burned out, because on auxiliary tape or phono, the stereo indicator is always lit. Anyhow, that is going to be it for the Marantz 2230. Very nice receiver. Completely LED relamped. It looks absolutely perfect. Anyhow, I certainly hope you enjoyed the repair on the 2230. Go ahead and leave me a question, a comment, a concern down below, good or bad. I try to respond to the comments when I have time. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button and like this video. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job at these videos. You can follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Norcal715. You can email me, norcal715videos@gmail.com. That is the best way to contact me. Please be patient. I have a full-time job, and I do these repairs in my spare time. If you message me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, please be aware it might be weeks or sometimes even months before I respond. I rarely check those messages. Please, if you want to contact me, use the Gmail address only. Remember, with your help, we can try to keep these things out of the landfill, out of the recycle bin, and out of the e-waste facility. Everyone, thank you for making it to the end of this video. I really do appreciate it. Here's all the old lamps that got replaced. Everyone have a great day. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Or to the indicate for the stereo indicators.